So the missing vessel, they went down looking for the Titanic. Turns out it's called OceanGates.com expeditions. It's a tour, 200 grand, pounds. British money. So the billionaire goes for a shot down there, and lo and behold, within an hour and a half down, they don't make it there. They not responding back to the surface. So the surface vehicle calls for a distress signal, which they should. That was good timing on their part. But it looks like you can do a lot of things. Look at that, Andrea Doria. A lot of things, and one of the things you can do is get trapped. Titanic Survey Expedition 2023. This will not open. This appears to be the last expedition for them. Well, what do you get to... Do you, you know what they say, like if you had a car accident and you hit a doctor who's a surgeon, and you mess his hands up, well, and he can't get back to work, then you own those hands. You own all that money. Well, this is a billionaire. I don't know if he's working or not, but what's the lawsuit on that? Or is he just, a CEO type guy, and you only out a few, the CEO, they just replace him, and they're not out anybody. And, of course, the family, but do they sign a waiver that says, hey, tough luck, if you happen to blow up down there, implode, tough luck. And so in bad taste, here's their website. I don't mean on their part. Here's the different. You can read the different expeditions, right? As I go up, they've already removed that expedition. Look, as you go up, looking for the expedition, and bad taste, they've already removed it. Expeditions, all right. And then you pull up this one, the Titanic Survey Expedition Summer 2023, join us. They've already, they're still looking for the crew, but they've already made it so you can't even open the page. You're talking about the company worried about their profit line, they've already protecting their asses already. It won't open. See that? Okay, so on their Twitter page, they post this media brief. This is OceanGate. We're exploring and mobilizing all options to bring the crew back safely. St. John's, Newfoundland. Our entire focus is on the crew members of the submersible and their families. Okay, we are deeply thankful for the extension and assistance we have received from several government agencies and deep-sea companies in our efforts to reestablish contact with the submersible. We're working towards a safe return of the crew members. That's it. Look, they got 96 hours worth of air, I think the max, and then they're toast. There's the OceanGate going up and over. One of them, little thing dropping down there. There she goes. That's the death trap, apparently. OceanGate, April 12th. Dr. Scott, whatever his name is. I guess that's going to be bad for their company now. What do you think? So the owner of this vessel, as I understand, also went down in this trip. So the owner went down with the ship. All right. Also, it's stated to be carbon fiber.
Right. And the Titanic, as I say, has been a sort of curiosity.
Can you say implosion?
Hasn't it? For ever since the event itself, ever since it set sail on that fateful day back in 1912. What is it about the Titanic? Do you think that sort of fascinates people so much?
Maybe hit an iceberg.
Yeah, it's a really good question, and I think it's romantic. It's a very, very well.
Well, let me ask you this: do people get a refund? Do their families get a refund? I know the owner was down as the ship. Or this guy's a submarine captain talking about it, so it's not the same. But
if you can afford £250,000 to go into a very small box to go down and have a look at the Titanic, I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, you'd have to have an awful lot of money to want to spend that kind of money on doing something like that. But I'm not sure what they would have seen if they would have managed to make it down to the ocean floor.
Well, I think that it's fitted with searchlights, so they would have seen some of it, but you'd never be able to conceptualise the whole Titanic. You'd just see pieces of it. I mean, you'd need huge amounts of light in order to be able to show the whole thing. So, yes.
And so is the community, the submarine community, if there is such a thing, generally looking upon this as a bit of a fool's errand, as tragic as it may be, that it's not something you would want a lot of people to be encouraged to do?
Fool's errand.
Yes, I think there's two ways of looking at this. So the submarine community around the world, whenever there's a rescue for submariners and submarines, they pull together and use rescue systems that are universal across the world. However, in this particular case, like you say, it's consumer or tourism, and it's a submersible, and the submarine service can't really help in those particular areas. There's not a lot we can do to support them in this particular case.
No, quite.
Rather than describing it as a fool's errand, I think a mission that's gone wrong, tourism that's gone wrong, and my thoughts are with the families.
Of course. But, I mean, one of the things I find fascinating, I remember speaking to people who there's been a couple of missions like this down into the Mariana Trench where there's so much about the sea that we don't know, you know, in a way that the space exploration program...
Look, the point is, carbon fiber cycled so many times, they can't x-ray it like they x-ray steel. Maybe they didn't have the funds to do all that x-raying and checking. And they're dead. That's my bet. If they come up alive, well then I lose the bet. But I'm betting these people are laid to rest right where they are. There will be no recovery for these people. Now maybe Cameron, whatever, the guy did Titanic might come along and help them out, but what's the point? Let them. That's where their last mission was. Oh, one of their daughters of one of them, daughter or son of one of those. There was just one pilot on board, or one of the rich people. Officer went down with the ship. Oh, there it is, right there. It says it right there. It says Pakistani mogul and teen son on board. Yeah. So it was the plus the owner. Billionaire.
A while back that the sea is less explored than space, and yet
I'm not going down that road anymore. Look, the damn thing was just it was a toy. It shouldn't, an experiment, overconfidence, trying to see technology is better. The carbon fiber is stronger than steel. Apparently, it can't take crushing. The crush depths. The configuration of the ship, all you need is one little piece to crush, and then in comes the water pressure, and there goes the body pressure, and out they go to meet their wonderland. Bye. They're dead.